from Minneapolis. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from Ypl's draft. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now falling complete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To the air with McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 31 yards. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Open man is Chase, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall it.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Burrow will throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
They'll give this to Moss running right. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had a window to push that ball down slam that window shut.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Fourth down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 33, here's second down at 7. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Here's McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. They complete it to Hill. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And the round is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone,
Definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Will Whitaker to kick off for the Vikings.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
In motion, the tight end. This is Brown going up the middle. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one, they may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. McCarthy, complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, looks like they'll move things around here. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Well, this defense has got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the run.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 60 yards. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Bengals 7. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, you can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. Now Burrow. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now Burrow changing things up here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they'll change things up. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it in that snap.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jones breaking from the contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick six, here's Burrow again. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
He'll drop this underneath to Moss. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Vikings are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The city always a little extra excitement for week 1. One of the window games here in week 1. Sunday comes to a close. We're going back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's going to be back in the booth with you as well. Start the season running all the way. Half the league is going to happen on Sunday morning. Everyone's got to build off of that opening. How many coaches tell us every single year you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Minnesota, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.